After his arrest and during 2 corruption trials, former Illinois Governor Blagojevich's face appeared in the media all over the world, regrettably. But now his wife, Patti Blagojevich, is suing one Chicago radio station for using her husband's face on a billboard, saying the station attempted to illegally profit from her husband's notoriety.
Any Illinois citizen is entitled to be compensated for the use of their name, image, or likeness for commercial purposes by a third party for their commercial gain.
It's speech about a governor, an elected public official, in the wake of his conviction for serious crimes. To suggest that people can't talk about him, use his name, criticize him, applaud him in a public forum without paying him, I mean, that sort of strikes me as wrong.
Does Patti Blagojevich have a case? Joining us now is trial attorney Rachel Self and defense attorney and former prosecutor David Schwartz. And let me just say, we have not been able to get our hands on the lawsuit itself, the complaint, but I'm assuming here that she's suing on his behalf as a representative for him. So let's not talk about standing to sue. But David, is this billboard protected free speech, or is it commercial speech, which has less protection and would normally require either a release from Blago or compensation?
Right, that's the distinction, Greg. And I think it is commercial speech. This is a billboard meant to market a radio station. It's meant to promote a radio station. They are not reporting on the news. They are not using Blagojevich for a newsworthy purpose. They're using him to market their radio station. Therefore, it's commercial, and therefore they needed a license to use his name and image.
You know, Rachel, what about this? The Supreme Court has said this. It really depends on why you're using somebody's image. If it's a commercial purpose, that is advertising, you got to have permission or compensate. If it's for informational purposes, that is to say news, you don't. But look, Blago's case is over. There's no news. So isn't it clear that this billboard is to get people to listen to the radio station?
Well, yes, I think that that is true, but I think the issue here for me more is why? I mean, I think this case is less about justice and more about Patti keeping her 30 minutes of fame or 15 minutes of fame here. I mean, Illinois has the right of Publicity Act, which protects people from having their images used commercially. But in this case, he was news, he is news, and what Illinois is doing, and it's actually still unsettled law there because this act just recently passed, but what they're doing is they're incorporating a balancing test. Free speech under the First Amendment versus unauthorized commercialized use of somebody's image. This guy is news, and I think this case is phony baloney, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And just because you can file suit doesn't mean you should file suit. But
I'm not sure about David. This reminds me of the famous Abdul-Jabbar case. You remember the General Motors ad about Oldsmobile, and it said, you know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a winner, and so is Oldsmobile. Well, the court ruled this, and we'll put it up on the screen. Although the advertisement provided information, the overall effect was commercial and required permission. Isn't this the Abdul-Jabbar case? No, you've got the wrong one up. That's Namath. Put up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
It sure is, Greg. It's the same exact situation. Every one of these cases is a case-by-case basis. Each set of facts needs to be looked at. And clearly, when you see the image of Blagojevich up on a billboard promoting a radio station, marketing, and you also have to look at the facts in the case also. The fact that one of the people from the radio station even expressed that they were using it, that their ratings jumped, and they were using it for marketing purposes. I think there's no question it's a commercial purpose, and there's no newsworthy function whatsoever.
Right. Now, Rachel, they put up the Namath case, which is a different case, but it's also instructive, and it says it defines what news and information really is. It informs, it educates, it expresses an opinion, and they cited newspapers, magazines, educational programs, informational websites, books. That's not the case here, is it?
Well, I think you could make an argument that it is. I mean, it's a news station. They're saying he didn't listen. Maybe you should, and then you'll be informed, and then the same thing might not happen to you.
What's newsy about that? What's newsy about that? It has nothing to do with corruption or his job as governor.
His existence at the time in the state when this was going on was news in itself, would be the argument that I think would be the strongest here. And I think also to not be able to be speaking about him, talking about him, referencing him, should they perhaps have gotten clearance from his family to use his image? Yeah. Sure, but is this going to really matter? Who's going to care? Well, no, I guess that's just what, I mean, it's just, I don't see a jury awarding anything.
And look, there's a reason why we have these laws. There's a reason why we have these laws, Greg.
The maximum damages in a case like this is $1,000 or proof of actual damages. And in this case, you're not going to be able to get
if their ratings went up and their corresponding revenue went up, that's your measure of damages, isn't it, David?
That's Greg, that's absolutely correct. It's his brand.
Yeah, but the radio station's defunct
Rachel,
now.
They're using his brand. They're using his brand to profit.
My producers give me a hard rap. Got to say thanks to David Schwartz, Rachel Self. Good to see you. We'll see what happens. We'll let our viewers know.
Felt like I was in the courtroom, Counselor.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. All right, Florida Senator Marco Rubio lashing out at President Obama for his stand